Welcome back to the class, everyone. In the spirit of overall game balance, CG likes to put in specific caveats to characters' kits so that they really only fully function in a squad that CG envisions. A good example of that is certain mechanics turning off if a Galactic Legend is present, either on your team or the enemy team. And while, for the most part, this ends up working out, there are some characters out there that are put at a massive disadvantage and are borderline unusable. And if you've been following my content for any length of time, you will know that this video is going to be about Luminara Unduli, more specifically, her GAC Omicron. And I will say this up front, because you can probably already sense the overall toot in my voice. This is not going to be the most productive and informative video out there. In fact, it's basically going to be a rant from yours truly about how, for some reason, this has been screwed up time and time again. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much, but it bugs me a lot because I made a mistake. And that mistake was applying the Omicron for Luminara. Now, to build a little bit more context for this, she was given an Omicron 2 years ago. She was a much older character that quite frankly didn't have a lot of use, and there were some other characters that were coming out or that were being revamped around the time that actually got really good Omicrons. In fact, the Omicron that came out just prior to Luminara was SWGOH. And it seemed like a pretty similar thing, where SWGOH was an older character who really wasn't doing anything at the time, and quite frankly still wouldn't be doing anything if it weren't for the Omicron that he was given. But after having the Omicron, he is one of the better characters in GAC, and quite frankly, one of the best Omicrons in GAC to have, either with Traya or without. So you must have imagined how ecstatic I was when I saw that Luminara got her Omicron. Especially once you actually looked into the details of what it did, it seems kind of exciting. It turns what is basically just a normal heal with some healing over time into something much more. In addition to doing those things that I just listed, it will also dispel all debuffs on all allies and gain tenacity up for 2 turns. This is really similar to Rex's form up ability, essentially without the turn meter. In addition to that though, she'll also gain speed, and her healing over times will not just do healing over time, but they will actually do protection over time 20%. In addition to all that, whenever they have these healing overtimes, they will have 100% critical avoidance, and they're immune to turn meter reduction. And because these healing overtimes aren't locked, what is going to happen is, when they're also dispelled, it is going to reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1. Other allies with protection up can't gain these bonuses, and these stacks of heal over time expire on other allies who gain protection up. So the ability overall does several cool things all at the same time, and you would think could provide a lot of value. Protection recovery, 100% critical immunity, tenacity up, a cleanse. It's doing a lot of things that you would want, especially on a character that should just be able to spam it, because the cooldown will be going down every single time they go away. The last line here that we read pretty much guarantees that this ability cannot interact at all when there is protection up on the team. It puts it in 2 ways. It puts it in the way that if they already have protection up, they can't get these bonuses, and if protection up comes up after they have the healing over time, it's expired. This is very problematic because while Luminara has the 2 most useful tags in the entire game, being Galactic Republic and Jedi, it completely neuters what she can do in any of those squads. I will get onto that as we get more into this rant. And you will imagine my extreme disappointment, or actually my extreme excitement, when she was given the Jedi Vanguard tag just for the Jedi Temple Guardian to come in and completely ruin it. Let's walk through a little bit of what that looks like. So Luminara comes out. JMK is already on the scene. He is a Galactic Legend. He's probably one of the best teams, if not the best team, 2 years ago when this all happened. So it made sense that, protection up probably shouldn't be interacting. We probably shouldn't be buffing Jedi Master Kenobi. That I can get on board with. I would have much more appreciated it if they just put in a caveat in here and said, hey, it can't work with Galactic Republic, Galactic Legends, or even just Galactic Legends in general. That's fine. That's no different than, say, Qui-Gon or First Order TIE Pilot. That happens. It doesn't completely neuter the ability. But no, they went with Protection Up, which not only ruined it on a JMK or Padme team, which at that point, honestly, is fine. Those teams are very central to Protection Up. I can accept that. But even Qui-Gon Jinn, a team that really doesn't have that much Protection Up, one of the most important characters in the team that you really can't take off is Jedi Anakin, who also gives the team Protection Up. So, okay, you know, no big deal. The two probably most normal Galactic Republic Jedi teams she can't be used on. But surely there will be other options. Surely this will be fine. Nope. Next up, we had Jedi Master Luke, and for a small amount of time, this was actually a really good use because of the protection recovery. But then Cal Kestis came to the game. And I love Cal Kestis. Cal Kestis pretty much has it so that he can't be ability blocked, and as a cleanse, meaning that JML became a very consistent counter to Lord Vader. In addition to that, it also allowed Jedi Luke to smash Malgus teams. Overall, you don't want to not have him on the team. What's problematic about it is, for some reason, out of all the things that he does, they thought it was important that for windmill defense, Jedi allies will also gain Protection Up 20% for 2 turns. They didn't have to put this in here. Cal Kestis does like 16 other things, but for some reason, this small amount was necessary, which completely crosses Luminara from being off on the team. But oh, it'll be fine. We'll get more Galactic Republic characters. Surely they also won't just have a bunch of Protection Up mechanics. And then you must imagine my excitement when we got Kelleron Beck in game, and I was like, oh, this is a new leader, maybe a place where Luminar can be used. No, she can't, because in his kit, whenever they get healing immunity, which was a defense against Bad Batch and some other squads, they gain Protection Up 40%. In addition to that, it's not uncommon to put other Galactic Republic characters like Grandmaster Yoda on this team or another team that also has an additional form of Protection Up. And you're thinking, oh, it's okay. We've obviously exhausted several Jedi teams. Eventually, another Galactic Republic team will come along that everything will just be fine. She'll just work there. Almost correct. We do get a new Galactic Republic team that actually doesn't even require a new faction tag. It's just Galactic Republic with Queen Amidala, Pout, and Qui-Gon Jinn, which is a very good team that most people got because of Raid, Assault Battle, etc. But what do they decide to do again? Whenever Master Qui-Gon is critically hit, all Galactic Republic allies gain 30% Protection Up for 2 turns. Again, amazing character. Does like 36 things. Did he need to... Call it bonus protection. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care if you want the purple protection to be above the character. Call it something that doesn't just completely cross Luminara off the list, especially when there's already other synergy here with healing over time that Queen Amidala has. Oh, but maybe, you can use her in a cleanup team with Bastila, because now Bastila kind of ends up being the cleanup leader Jedi now that everyone's turning the Jedi Master Luke into a super team. Also, no, because the leadership has Protection Up 200%, can't be dispelled. No Luminara for you. Now comes Calvin's excitement / extreme disappointment, because for some reason, they decided to give us a new Jedi Galactic Republic team, the exact faction tags for Luminara. In fact, they went one step further. They gave us a new faction tag entirely, Jedi Vanguard, which is going to be used primarily with Legendary Mace's team. And they put Luminara in there with this tag. So I was like, all right, it's here. It's finally happening. My mistake of an investment from years ago is going to finally have a 1% ROI or something that is slightly useful, because Jocasta Nu, who we got right when Jedi Vanguard came out, doesn't actually have any Protection Up in her kit. You all know where this is going. Jedi Temple Guard in his unique ability on the level 6 upgrade, because I checked, because if it was on the last one, I might have just not applied it. But no, it's level 6, so if you want to get your 100% defense and offense bonuses in the Omicron, you have to go through this. They start the battle with 40% protection up, meaning the first time the Luminara goes to do her stupid move, it does stupid nothing because she's a stupid character with a stupid rework. And do you know how many teams this is? Do you know how many times I have been teased with this? We had, again, about 2-3 opportunities when this first started. No biggie, I'll wait, I'm a patient person. KB, Master Qui-Gon, Bastille, she was already in the game. And now, a faction that seems like it was almost built for her to work in, and no. Because we were so concerned with protection up on JMK from years ago, she's been now not allowed to work in any team that she probably should be with either one of her factions. And I realize that not every character is going to be good, and quite frankly, not every Omicron is going to be good, and I made a mistake. I will own up to that this was not a good idea, that I really didn't even have good reason to do it in the first place, but it's just been very frustrating to see so many teams come by that she should be able to at least have a spot on, and she's been continually cut out because of that last line. So if anyone is still watching this video, and if anyone from CG was watching this video and actually got this far, please, could you just remove this last line about protection up? Put in like a Galactic Legend cause. I don't care. I don't need to use her with JMK. I just want to be able to use her at all. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this rant and I guess this video. Thank you guys for who stayed here and humored me. Hopefully you at least found this entertaining. But until the next time, stay awesome.